I mean, yes, Wall Street Journal bought them, lost half a billion in the process. So just because something looks very safe now doesn't mean it will be. In 1985, Chrysler was king of the automotive companies. Under Lee Iacocca, the guy who invented the minivan, because Japanese were having their way with the American companies until then. Yen was weak and all sorts of other stuff. In addition, they had better cars. They still do. And Lee Iacocca came with a minivan. That was a big seller. All the soccer moms with kids, they all bought the minivan. And Chrysler became a very good company. By 2008, they declared bankruptcy. Now they're actually owned by an Italian company to boot. Not even a Japanese company would buy them. Fiat bought them out. So something is good now doesn't mean it will be in 30 years. That's why there's that little premium. I mean, if you want to know, we're going to talk about bond ratings in general anyway, but let's find out the so-called AAA rated companies. AAA is the highest bond rating you can get. That basically means outside of some, long chances, don't worry about this one. They're going to pay you back. So let's see. There's a database called Fred. My laptop thinks it has to. Okay. Fred St. Louis. Actually, I'm going to say AAA spread. It's a quick and dirty way of getting it. Right now, that's 37 basis points. Don't worry about that option adjusted stuff. I'll explain that to you when we talk about bonds that involve options in them. That basically says after adjusting for those any options, on average, a AAA bonds of a AAA rated company would pay about 37 basis points over and above comparable treasuries. So right now, the 10 years are trading around 430. So if you're a AAA company, you issued a 10-year bond, you would pay 467. Okay. On the other hand, the lowest investment grade is triple B. You would pay 119 above. So if you're a triple B grade company, which means you're still considered investment grade, and that has legal consequences. Mutual funds who are not in the business of trading credit risk, they cannot buy anything that is not investment grade. So if this guy issued a 10-year bond, they would pay 549. How about a junk bond? Single B. Well, you would pay 333. Actually, this is a combo. It's single B, double B index. This is so-called junk bond territory. So on average, you would pay for 10 years about 760. Let me do the single B just to show you. All right, here it is. Oh, this was single B. Okay, let's do double B. Oh, double B is only 2. Okay. Even in the B's, it makes a big difference. That's one of the reasons when they do variable rate, they do index plus or reference rate plus a spread. And U.S. government never does variable rates. All right. Now, in terms of cash flow from a bond, and for our calculation purposes, we're going to worry about only fixed rate bonds. that are not indexed to anything, that are also bonds that are indexed to inflation, which we're going to talk about next week. Uh, every coupon period, you get the coupon amount, and on the maturity date, you get the last coupon plus the face value. So let's say we have a 2-year semi-annual 8% bond with a face value of 10K. How many coupons this bond will have? Let's figure that out first. Remember, semi-annual means coupon frequency is 2. So every year it's going to pay 2 coupons. Since it's a 2-year bond, it's going to pay 4 coupons. So I'm going to write them as time measured in years, time 0.5. We calculated that before. You'll get $400. 1 year from now, you're going to get another $400. Buck and a half years, another 400. And 2 years from now, you will get a 400 plus the 10,000. So this is the cash flow that is promised by this bond. And I use the term promised on purpose. If default happens, that's not necessarily what you're going to get. Huh? Where did you get 6? That's a 4. Come on, man. It should be obvious. No, it may look like a 6. Every coupon period, you get the coupon. The last period, you get your coupon plus the face value. This actually looks awful a lot like something we covered when we were doing time value of the money in the beginning of semester. This is called an annuity with a balloon payment. There's a reason I covered that, because that immediately tells me how to value a bond. In fact, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to discount each cash flow using YTM and add up their values. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fancy little template. I mean, you may think all sorts of things about me, but you cannot deny that this ain't fancy. Remember, I posted this on February 21 lecture thingy. So if you want to work with me, you can open that. So this is just a template. Let's think about the number of inputs. I'm going to have the face value, coupon rates, number of years until maturity, coupon frequency, and yield to maturity, right? So I need 5 inputs. So by default, I have 1. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I have no options, but I cannot delete any of the options. I'm going to put this into setup mode, because otherwise it's going to keep trying to figure out what that unknown is, which is going to be useful for some of the calculations. Let's name our inputs. And this one I'm going to call not Facha. I don't know why. This never happens to be at home. Here, there is some sort of quantum singularity that makes my keyboard repeat itself. Again, it's the same keyboards using same computers. That never happens at home. So let's use this one. Face value. You can do it in any order you want. Coupon frequency, time to maturity in years. And you could have non-integer years. Maybe there is 7.5 years left, right? Coupon rate, yield to maturity. Okay, you know I'm anal about formatting. These things are percents. So I'm going to hit the percent button. I like 4 digits in my percents. So 4 left. So let me put arbitrary numbers. Oh, it doesn't know what's double